The National Park of American Samoa is a national park in the United States territory of American Samoa, distributed across 3 islands, Tutuila, Fofó, and Iosefa. The park preserves and protects coral reefs, tropical rainforests, fruit bats, and the Samoan culture. Popular activities include hiking and snorkeling. Of the park's 13,500 acres, 9,000 acres is land and 4,500 acres is coral reefs and ocean. The park is the only American National Park Service System unit south of the equator. Congressman Fofó Iosefa Fiti Sunia introduced a bill in 1984, at the request from Bat Preservers Association and Dr. Paul Cox, to include American Samoa to the Federal Fish and Wildlife Restoration Act. The purpose of the bill was to protect the habitat for the flying fox as well as to protect the old rainforest. The bill marked the beginning of American Samoa's entry into the U.S. National Park System. The National Park Service began the work of establishing the national park in July 1987. The National Park of American Samoa was established on October 31, 1988 by Public Law 100-571, but the NPS could not buy the land because of traditional communal land system. This was resolved on September 9, 1993, when the National Park Service entered into a 50-year lease for the parkland from the Samoan village councils. In 2002, Congress approved a 30% expansion on Iosefa and Fofó Islands. In 2009, an earthquake and tsunami produced several large waves, resulting in 34 confirmed deaths, more than 100 injuries and the destruction of about 200 homes and businesses. The park encountered major damage. The visitor center and main office were destroyed, but there was only one reported injury among the NPS staff and volunteers. The Tutuila unit of the park is on the north end of the island near Pago Pago. It is separated by Mount Alava and the Magalo Ridge and includes the Amalo Valley, Craggy Point, Tiafu Cove, and the islands of Pola and Manafu. It is the only part of the park accessible by car and attracts the vast majority of visitors to the area. The parklands include a trail to the top of Mount Alava and historic World War II gun emplacement sites at Breakers Point and Blunt's Point. The trail runs along the ridge in dense forest, north of which the land slopes steeply away to the ocean. Fofó Island is only accessible via small fishermen boats from Taiu Island. Accommodations are available on Fofó. Iosefa Island can be reached by a flight from Tutuila to Iosefa village on Iosefa. Accommodations are available on Iosefa. A trail runs from Sa'a around Siaku Point to the southern coastline and stairs to the 3,170-foot summit of Lata Mountain. Because of its remote location, diversity among the terrestrial species is low. Approximately 30% of the plants and 1 bird species are endemic to the archipelago. 3 species of bat are the only native mammals, 2 large fruit bats and a small insectivore, the Pacific sheath-tailed bat. They serve an important role in pollinating the island's plants. The sheath-tailed bat was nearly eliminated by Cyclone Val in 1991. Native reptiles include the pelagic gecko, Polynesian gecko, mourning gecko, stump-toed gecko, Pacific boa, and 7 skink species. A major role for the park is to control and eradicate invasive plant and animal species such as feral pigs, which threaten the park's ecosystem. There are several bird species, the most predominant being the wattled horned-eater, Samoan starling, and Pacific pigeon. Other unusual birds include the Tahiti petrel, the spotless crake, and the rare many-colored fruit dove.